Hi everyone, and good Friday evening to you. It is the 9th day of March 2018, and this is Weather for Weather Geeks. It's the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. We spend a lot of time in these videos reviewing interesting things that have happened, bringing you up to date on what's going on currently, and then we take a look at both the short and longer range forecast for eastern Ohio and western PA. And I wanted to start this evening with a quick review of today, time-lapse style. This is overlooking Niles across from Eastwood Mall along 422. And notice the candy coating of snow on the ground here in Niles this morning and how it vanishes despite the cold temperatures today. It's March, and snow can melt during the day pretty easily. Then we had some snow showers that recoated the ground in some spots this afternoon. Flurries and snow showers have been coming and going throughout the day today. Last night's snow, as expected, was heaviest over in Mercer County. 4 to as much as 8 inches, pretty common from Greenville across to New Lebanon and points south towards Stoneboro. And once you got over into Trumbull County, a handful of inches in some spots as well. Then, as expected, very little snow accumulation once you got down into Mahoning and Columbiana counties last night. Now, when I recorded Weather Geeks this evening at 7 p.m., we had one last kind of cell of heavier snow, or moderate snow anyway, pushing through northern parts of Mahoning County and parts of Trumbull County. This actually looked more impressive couple of hours ago when it was east of Cleveland, but as it moved into Trumbull County, it has undergone some weakening. So this is what the radar looked like at that point. Won't spend a lot of time on this because most of you will be watching this later on. Let's do a quick review of where we've been so far this season in terms of snow at the Youngstown Warren Airport. 64.7 the official tally through today. That puts us about 12 inches above average through March the 9th, and about 9 inches more than we had through this same date last year. So still running a surplus in terms of snow for the season. Boy, it's cold out there tonight. It's going to stay pretty cold all night with wind chill temperatures hovering in the mid-teens throughout the night with a gusty breeze. It's going to feel like midwinter again as you wake up on a Saturday morning. But the weekend as a whole is going to be a fair weekend. We're talking about quiet weather for Saturday, some sunshine mixed with clouds, chilly breeze from time to time. We'll stay in the 30s. You know, it's not going to be a real nice day overall, but at least the sun will be out and it won't be snowing. As we go into the second half of the weekend, we probably start with a good deal of sunshine Sunday. Wouldn't be surprised if we had a veil of high clouds trying to sneak in during the second half of the day on Sunday as this storm off to the south stays to our south. Might just see some clouds from that. Now, as we go into next week on Monday morning, I think we're still dry, but a disturbance off to the west is going to pivot in, and I think that'll spread some snow showers and flurries in here before Monday is through. And that's just the beginning of a period that is going to be pretty unsettled for the first few days of next week. And don't forget, before we stop talking about the weekend, we do have the time change coming up Saturday night, Sunday morning. Daylight saving time returns at 2 a.m. Sunset Sunday evening will be closer to 7:30. Even though it's not going to feel like spring anytime real soon, it's just it's a sign that winter's days are certainly numbered. Let's talk about the weather for next week. This is the GFS model I'm showing you, showing the dry day on Sunday, moisture off to our south. Let's go into the day on Monday. We're dry for a lot of the day, but notice the blue, that's some light snow trying to push in towards the end of the day. And that'll set the stage for a weather map that just looks like midwinter as we go into Monday night and Tuesday. A big storm off the coast of New England might just brush New England with some heavy snow in Boston and Providence. For us, cyclonic flow, and we're talking about cold temperatures, gusty winds, and the occasional flurry and snow shower. Tuesday, probably the same idea Wednesday. This is Wednesday. Not much has changed here. We still have that northerly flow over the lakes. Flurry, snow showers, probably not going to add up to much, but very, very cold. Now, as we go towards the end of next week, finally the pattern will change for at least a few days. The snow finally goes away by Thursday and by Friday, and next weekend we get into more of a westerly flow here. This is next Friday morning. Next Friday morning, and our isobars are taking on a different configuration here with high pressure off to our south, cyclonic flow, or anticyclonic flow, I should say, around high pressure. Brings in that westerly breeze for Friday afternoon. That will warm things up into the 40s. I think we'll get into the 50s as early as Saturday next weekend. So St. Patrick's Day, can't rule out a little rain, but St. Patrick's Day is looking milder. We could be into the lower and middle 50s during the vast majority of next weekend. Beyond that, I think it is going to cool off. Probably not as cold as the current pattern, but a cooler pattern once we get beyond next weekend. But let's look forward to that 3 or 4 day stretch of above average temperatures. I know a lot of people are getting a little impatient with the lack of spring around here lately. Keep in mind, of course, it's still astronomical winter, and keep in mind that March can be cold and snowy just like it was last year. A warm February does not mean that winter is over, and I was trying to communicate that to a lot of people who were asking me, hey, are we done with snow, or are we done with winter, back when it was in the 60s and 70s a couple of weeks ago. Well, we never want to rule out winter that early. This is where we live, and this happens sometimes in March. All right, full update tonight on 21 News the 11. Full update anytime, right on your Storm Tracker 21 app, free app for Apple and Android users. Hope you have a good weekend. I will see you back here Monday evening, and thanks as always for watching Weather for Weather Geeks.